What's up, everybody? Let's have some fun with the Flight Radar 24. My radar, or Flight Radar 24. I'm gonna question myself on this. Flight Radar 24. All right, let's see what's going on with the flight traffic around the world in the United States. Um, like I added, I added the what did I add today that I didn't normally add? So there's something I added, and it's volcanic eruption, and I believe that's what. So that we got uh, two of those, and they're um, VA not currently OBS on. So only there's some type of volcanic eruption in Mexico. There's two of them. Popocatépetl, 17,694 feet, right there. And then there's two of them in Guatemala. Santa Maria, 12,287 feet. And Fuego, Guatemala, 2,000 or 12,346 feet. So these are quite amazing volcanic eruptions. Let's check Hawaii. No volcanic eruptions there today. All right. So if you see those little those orange things, those orange circular things, it's a volcanic eruption. That's what that is. All right. And for some reason, all right, so it's not giving me. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's check out the airport disruptions and the most tracked flights. So we'll start with airport disruptions, and we'll start in O'Hare, Chicago, and it looks like there's quite a few disruptions in O'Hare. And this is the current radar, Flight Radar 24, and this is, so, I mean, it looks like there's some strong, if you see red, in addition to the green and yellow, then you're, like if you see yellow in addition to the, yellow and red in addition to the green, then you got some stronger weather. So I'm guessing that's the primary reason for the disruptions. Let's look at the arrival boards. Some flights canceled, but most of them are scheduled, but are running late. Some canceled. Let's look at the departures. Few cancellations, and but a lot of them are running quite a bit late, as you can see. Hour late, hour and a half, over an hour late, almost 2 hours late, over 2 hours late. And my guess is that has to do with the weather in the Chicago area currently. Let's look at Denver. Denver has disruption index of 5.0. 5.0 is the top number on the disruption index, indicating the most major problems with long delays and several canceled flights. Average delay for arrival 61 minutes. Average departure delay 78 minutes. Let's look at the arrival board. And so here they're looking at 1 degree Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius with weather. So if I can do, like there's gonna be rain or snow or ice there, and so the weather is not good for. So they're taking their time de-icing planes and that sort of thing. Departures. A lot of them are delayed. Delayed over an hour. Doha. So this part of the world is there's ongoing delays and parts of this part of the world is just closed airspace continues over Iraq, closed airspace continues over Kuwait, closed airspace continues over Syria, closed airspace continues over much of Israel, closed airspace continues over Lebanon. Some flights going over Jordan. My guess is they're U.S. military planes. Closed airspace over Yemen. And closed airspace over Doha. We'll look at Doha. Doha, city in Qatar. It's like this is the middle of the night there, so they're not going to be that. There's some flights that are still scheduled, some flights that are canceled. For the arrivals, for the departures, many cancellations, mostly cancellations. Look at Aspen, Colorado. .5 disruption index for arrivals, 4.0 for disruption index for departures. Average delay for arrivals 23 minutes. Average delay for departures is 11 minutes. The arrival board. It's not a big airport, so I don't think there's going to be there's some flights that are canceled, and some flights that can canceled arrival. Some that are still scheduled. And look at departures. Got cancellations, and then there's quite a few cancellations on departures for this evening in Aspen. The majority of the flights scheduled in the next hour or two are canceled. And 6:28, there's a flight scheduled. 6:29 scheduled. These two are still scheduled. Tomorrow they haven't canceled any flights yet in the morning. And yeah, I'm gonna go back to Dubai. Dubai's got a disruption index. That's part of the ongoing Middle Eastern conflict. And again, it's middle of the night there, so there's some flights scheduled, some flights canceled. For arrivals, for departures, mostly scheduled, but leaving late. And yeah. Still get some of the most track flights, and these are the Stratotankers. These are the United States Air Force planes that refuel other military planes in the area. And so we got the U.S. Air Force here. This is the Stratotanker, Boeing KC-135R Stratotanker, and this plane is a big jet. 67 years old, built in 1958, country of registration, United States, and right now showing 18,975 feet, ground speed of 372 knots, airspeed 300 knots, and this plane is currently flying south of Kuwait and South Saudi Arabia, northern Saudi Arabia. And then the second flight. This is a No visual now. Aircraft photo available now. We got next country of origin. This is a military government flight in the United States. This is a Northrop Grumman MQ-4C Triton, and military aircraft plane. Barometric altitude 45,000 feet. And then it's 386 knots. True airspeed 300. See if we can get a look at the actual plane, see what it looks like. It looks like a passenger jet from the information we got on Flight Radar 24. Number 3, we got U.S. Air Force plane. Took off Tel Aviv, Israel at 12:01 a.m. And this is also a Boeing KC-135R Stratotanker, country registration in the United States, military government plane, and it's another one of these refuelers for other military aircraft in the region. Ground speed 850, that seems a bit high. Indicated airspeed 269, so again, we have great information on that because it's wide disparity. We already know what those look like. We'll look again. Yeah, it looks it's a refueler plane. And like I said, that plane is so that plane is over Jordan. At least it was. Or was over Jordan. Now it's going into Saudi Arabia. And let's see here, we got another few planes. Got another Stratotanker, Boeing KC-135R, country registration in the United States, age of 62 years, military government, 23,000 feet showing at the moment, and Saudi Arabia, eastern Saudi Arabia, close to the Persian Gulf, 23,000 feet at the moment, 42 knots, and then we'll get one more. And this is a passenger plane. This is a plane that scheduled to take off 3:50 p.m. Actual takeoff 4:10 p.m. Scheduled from London. Scheduled arrival is 2:40 a.m. Actual, given the actual takeoff, was estimate is 3:17 a.m. And it is a United Emirates flight, and scheduled to land in Dubai 3:17 a.m. Very close to arrival, probably on approaching landing, 3 minutes, and 2,550 feet, descending 500 feet per minute, ground speed 156, and I think that's the, yeah, you can see the airport there. That's where it's going. And that's in Dubai. Country registration, United Arab Emirates, Airbus A380-861. Age of the plane is 12 years. Yeah, getting close to landing. So we looked at those. We looked at the most tracked flights. We looked at most airport disruptions, and last thing we'll do, we'll just check out the flight patterns. This has been an ongoing flight pattern for the last week or so, with the conflict in Iran. Flights going around Iran, going around Syria, going around Iraq, and those countries that I discussed earlier, including Yemen. And then countries continue to fly around Ukraine. A whole lot of traffic, even in the middle of the night, in Europe, all throughout Europe, all throughout parts of the Middle East. Detour there. Quite a bit of traffic in the Asian countries. Daytime in Australia, morning time in Australia, Eastern Australia, Perth area, quite a bit of traffic there. Morning time, a little bit later morning time in Western Australia, or excuse me, Eastern Australia, and quite a bit of traffic there. And then seems to be always quite a bit of traffic over the entire islands of New Zealand. And yeah, like I said, I added the volcanic activity, and I'll just check out one more volcanic activity. This is volcanic activity mostly in the ocean. And B, I don't know what that means. Wellington describes conditions near the Darwin area of responsibility. There's some volcanic activity in South America on the western coast of South America. And there's some volcanic activity over Indonesia, and then Philippines. Looks like this is like, yeah, different parts of, yeah, this is a land area in Philippines, and land area over Indonesia, island countries. I wonder if this is, I mean, if you zoom out, it looks like it's over the ocean, but if you zoom in, it's over some very small islands. This volcanic activity is over some small island in the, I guess that would be the South Pacific Ocean. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna leave it there today, and you can see some of the activity, which a lot of it is normal activity, heavy traffic over much of the United States. A little bit further north, there's some traffic over Canada and Alaska, and traffic in the normal parts of the world. Not nothing too abnormal in terms of traffic patterns. And lately we've had the increased U.S. military flight traffic over the Middle East, and nighttime in this part of the world, daytime in this part of the world. And I think that's it. Have a good night.